Welcome to Stillworks and Brewing. My name is Randy, and this is a channel that's all about home distillation and brewing. We're going to do something a little bit special for you today. We are going to make a German spent grain bread. Somebody asked me about what do I do with my spent grains? Well, most of the time I put it out into the woods for the wildlife, but this time I'm going to make a delicious bread out of it. So you're not going to want to miss this. There is 5 things that you can really do to help this channel out. Number 1, please hit that subscribe button. Number 2, hit that notification bell so you don't miss something when I come out with some new content. Number 3, share us with your friends. Number 4, if you like what you see, give us that thumbs up. And of course, number 5, leave a comment. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, so let's get started. I got all the ingredients measured out. I will put the ingredients to this down in the description below. So what we need to do is our first step, we gathered all our ingredients. The second step, we're going to make our dough. Okay, so the recipe is 1.5 cups of just regular all-purpose flour. Whoop, get ready to drop it all in there. The next one is 1/2 cup of whole wheat flour. And then we got 1 teaspoon of salt. We got 1 teaspoon of yeast. And then we got 1.5 cups of our spent grain. And then we need 2 tablespoons of honey. That's going to add a little bit of sweetness and something for the yeast to work on. Okay. And then we need 2 tablespoons of butter, softened. We need 1 egg. And last but not least, 1/2 cup of milk. Okay. Okay, so what we want to do is mix this on a slow speed for about 5 minutes. Okay, so set a timer for 5 minutes. So let me get this done and we'll be back. Okay, so we got done mixing this. And it said, the directions we got says turn it out onto a lightly floured board. And we'll have to, it's awful sticky. Knead this for about 5 minutes. Okay, so let me do this and then I'll be back for the next step. Okay, so we knead it for 5 minutes. Make a nice bowl or ball. Alright, and then we want spray some cooking oil into a bowl. Put your ball in the bowl, turn it around once, just kind of to get the oil on it to help seals it up. Then what we need is a piece of cellophane, plastic to put over that. And what we'll do is put this in, just turn your oven on for a couple minutes, just to get it kind of warm. And we're going to let this rise for 1 hour. Alright, we'll be back. Okay, so we've had our first rise for about 1 hour. Now it says we'll spray our loaf pan. So we take it out of the bowl. And we're going to put in our loaf pan. spray the plastic, put it back over top, and now we're going to put it back in the oven for 1 more hour and let it rise, and then we're going to bake it. So we'll come back to that. Okay, so we let it do a second rise. And what we got to do now is make some slices across the top, best I can. Now we're going to bake it at 350 for 40 minutes. Okay? So let's stick this in the oven and we'll come back to you. Okay, so we baked our bread for 40 minutes. We're going to take the internal temperature. It should be right at 200. And we have 200 degrees. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to make sure we put this on like a baking rack so air can get around it. We'll let that cool for a little while, about 30 minutes. We can take a taste. Okay, so we'll be back in 30 minutes. Okay, let's give this a try. First things first, I am not a baker at all, but this has been pretty easy. Oops. That's pretty good bread. There's many things that you can make with spent grains. A lot of people make dog treats. Some make flour. This bread is pretty fantastic. Okay. So the last thing I got to say, thanks for stopping by and we'll see you next time. Good bread.